So hi guys, it's VERDY channel, and today I'm doing a Q&A because I hit 10,000 subscribers, which for me is crazy. And I asked you guys if you had questions for me, and you did have questions, so we'll go through the questions and I will respond. We're gonna go from the oldest comment to the newest. I will try to do my best to answer everything, but we're just gonna go into this. So the first question was my age. I was born in 2002, so I am 19. In September I'm gonna be 20, so I'm only 19. My general location, I think I'm gonna put a map. So basically I'm from Canada in the province of Quebec, or in English, Quebec, either way. So basically for that my first language is French Canadian or Québécois. So English is my second language. So I'm not always the best at it, but I try my best. Next was, am I in school? Yes, I'm in school, and I still have, well, some years left to school, but that's also one of the reasons why I don't post too many times. Like I try to post once a week, maybe 1 or 2 videos, because like I'm in school full-time, so I can't only just do videos. What are my interests? Well, I play soccer, so for me soccer is my biggest interest, as also music, who plays a big part in my life. I also like to read books, not as much as I would want, but before, like when I was a little bit younger, I read a lot of books because I had more time, but now school, soccer, I have less time than I want to. What are my goals? Well, my goals, I think for me, when I'm finished studying what I'm studying, like I want to get a job where I'm actually, like, where I'm happy to be at. I know it's not always the first thing that you can find. And also I want one day to be able to buy a car on my own. Like that's one of my goals, to be able to buy a car. If I could go anywhere in the world to visit, where would you go? For sure, like as you can see from my K-pop posters, me and my sister, it's a project that we want to do. We want to go to South Korea for like maybe like 3 weeks, just visit the country. Like that would be really incredible. Am I a musician? I would say no, but when I was younger I did play the guitar. I still have my guitar. Like sometimes I pick it up, but like I don't play it really anymore. So I would say no, I'm not a musician, but I have a great love for guitars. If there was any other instruments I would like to learn, I think the drums, but I know that's gonna be expensive. Like I just love the drums, and also being able to, play with your arms at the same time with your feet. I found that like so like difficult, like doing both at the same time, and it's not the same rhythm. Like I just found that so fascinating. Next is what I'm studying. Well, in French it's called technique informatique, which I guess would be computer science in English, I think. That's what I'm studying. I know it's nothing like what I'm doing right now with music, but I really love what I'm studying, like doing websites, video games, and all of those things. It's really fun. Next we have now when you have gone into music from the 70s and soon 80s, 90s, I would guess. Do you listen to any of your parents' vinyl collection, or do you keep it for your reaction channel to be discovered? Well, the vinyls that we already have, I did listen to them. Not all, but like of, like the groups that I know, or of the songs that I know, because sometimes my parents would play like one of their vinyl, and I'm not, let's say I'm not besides the record player, so I would hear a song or two, but like I'm not paying attention to what they're actually listening. But I do know some of the groups that they have as a vinyl, but I'm keeping it for the channel so I can do albums. And I think the only albums that I've actually listened completely on vinyl is the one that I bought for Christmas for my parents. So Queen, ABBA, and an artist from Quebec that my father loves. So I bought those three for my parents as Christmas gift with the record player for the vinyls. Like I really wanted to do that for them and also for me because I just love the vinyl. Like taking the vinyl and playing it on the record player, I just find that really cool. And of course there are questions that are, we can say, almost the same, they're just not said in the same way, so there are some that I'm going to skip because I already answered that. Next we have, will you please tell us a bit more about which artists slash albums slash songs from the 70s, 80s that your father and mother introduced you to? So that's gonna be complicated to explain, not explain, but like from like since I was little, like from my mother it was pop, disco, maybe some rock. My father was more rock and some song of disco. So I'm gonna start with my mother. My mother, well, of course, ABBA, and for me ABBA is one of the best groups. I love them so much. I love like pretty much all of their songs. They're just a great group. And then you have, you know, like Donna Summer, Bee Gees, um, Toto, Earth, Wind and Fire. I'm trying to think, like they're like there's like too many. Like I'm trying to on top of my head the ones that I remember, and there are like of course many more. But like you can get the feel of what my mother listens to, and from my father it was more like Queen, AC/DC, Kiss, the Beatles. My father is a big fan of the Beatles. Of course there's gonna be artists from where I'm from, which I don't remember the name because I don't listen to artists where I'm from that much. I'm not that big of a fan, but that's pretty much all I remember from my father. But like most of the songs are from Glee, the series that was from I think 2009 to 2015, something like that. Because Glee was, well, was basically a show where people sang and they sang covers of other artists. So I learned a lot of songs from there. So like I could hear a song and I don't know who is it from. But of course if I was to do a reaction to the artist, I would know the song, but I probably would not know that it was this artist. That's gonna probably happen a lot of times. And like from the groups that I said of my mother and father, I think the songs are of course like they're like the big hits of the groups, like Queen, of course, Bohemian Rhapsody, Radio Gaga, We Will Rock You, We Are the Champion, like all of those songs. Same thing for my mother, like the big songs of the groups. And I've never actually also listened to a full album from those groups, only heard songs. Because I don't usually like listen to a full album on my own, in my own time. Like I listen to a song because I always have like a playlist. So like the playlist like rolls songs, not really albums. So for me, like doing albums, I really found that fun because I'm discovering new songs and then I'm like, oh, it was this artist who sang that. That's really cool for me. So next is, after hearing your accent, of course my accent, what part of Quebec do you hail from? Well, I'm from not from the city, but like the region of Montreal, like, you know, like suburbs, like outside of Montreal. That's where I'm from. So am I going to do The Wall and Metal from Pink Floyd? The Wall is gonna be, well, by the time I post this, it's gonna be out on the same day. So The Wall part 1 is gonna be out. Metal should be after The Wall. In my opinion, the best album, that's kind of tough because if we mix, of course, all genres that I've listened to, like, for me the best album in K-pop it's gonna be BTS Map of the Soul 7, Like this album is just incredible, like I love this album. But then if we go on the side of not K-pop, the best album, like I said, I've never actually listened to a full album of a group before, except the one that I've done on my channel. So for me, these were first. So I don't have that much of a range, you know, to kind of do like you know, like to compare. But if from the ones that I've done, like I really enjoyed The Wall, but then also The Dark Side of the Moon was so good. Like all of the albums that I've listened are so good. But I think The Dark Side of the Moon and The Wall, like I really enjoyed The Wall. Like I'm really excited for you guys to see my reaction. I really enjoyed that album. Like it was really fun to listen to, but all of the albums are fun to listen to because it's new to me to listen to those groups. But yeah, but for me, like best album, it would be BTS Map of the Soul 7. Like it was a really good album. Next, if you know that you will elude apprehension, what crime would you commit? Be as specific or as vague as you wish. I'm not sure what elude apprehension means, so I'm gonna check it out. So I guess I'm still not sure what it means too much, but I don't think I would commit any crime. Like I'm not like that kind of person. Like I'm super calm. Like I don't think I would commit any crime. I think if I was to, I don't know, steal something, like I've never thought of doing any crime. Like it's not for me. Like I'm super bad at lying, so if I was to steal or do something and I was to get into like interrogate by the police, I would be so bad. Like I can't lie for, I was gonna say a bad word, but I can't lie for nothing. Oh, next is a very interesting question. What do your friends and family think of your YouTube videos? Well, my friends and family don't really know that I have a YouTube channel. Like it's something that I do on my own, and when I started it, I wasn't sure what they were gonna think if they didn't want me to do it because of school. But recently, a friend of my father's saw my video to Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd, and then he texts my father, "Oh, your daughter likes doing, like has a YouTube channel and doing reactions." Then my father was like, "What is that?" So then my father asked me, I said, "Yes, I do have a channel." And then he was like, well, he was actually like very like understanding of it. He just asked me like about school, of course, because school is important. And I was like, I only film when I know I'm done with school. Like when I'm done with my homework, everything. I would not film if I didn't finish. So he said, that's okay if you continue to do that, like don't worry, but except my father, like nobody knows, I think. Well, if they know, nobody told me, so that's pretty much my, I can say, little secret. Who's your favorite artist that you have discovered since you started doing reactions? Well, there's a lot, like, of course, from K-pop, TVXQ, Big Bang, were groups that I knew songs, but I didn't really know the artist, and I really enjoyed discovering them. Then we have Baby Metal, Bandmade, Love Bites. Like I've been enjoying them so much, like because I love musics. I love music, so for me, each time that I discover something new, like if I really enjoy it, you're gonna see it, of course, because I'm, like I said, I can't lie. Like you're gonna see it really easily, and like I've always enjoyed listening to music, so for me, like discovering new artists, they're always gonna be like super fun to discover. And then of course Genesis, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin are all incredible, like in their own way. So like I can't really pick a favorite because I really like to broad, I can say, my horizon I don't think that's how you say it, but like expand my knowledge on music. So I can't say that I have a favorite artist, but maybe if I start doing more and more albums of different groups, maybe I'm gonna have an opinion. But for right now, I can't say that I have a favorite. Like they're all really my favorite artists. Ah, the question that probably a lot of people have been waiting for. I'd like to know what is it that you're saying at the very beginning of your videos. Apparently to some of us it sounds like this is Rachel and or something like that, but you say that it's not your name. Please help us, poor confused souls. So I am not saying this is Rachel. I am saying this is and then the name of my channel. So it's VERDY channel, and VERDY is my last name, and I will not say or use my first name because not that it's really complicated to say, but it's like it's not a name that you will ever see on someone who's from, let's say, the United States. Like it's not an English name, like it's a French name that when I say it in English, like it just, and I've had moments where with my family we were on a vacation in the United States, and you know, like when you go to shopping for clothes, then you try the clothes on, like they would ask for a name so they can write it on the cabins, we can say, where you change. And then I would say my name and it would never be my name that's written on the board, so we would just say another name. So I would just like say any name, but it wasn't mine because it's not a name that people are used to hear in English. So that's why I choose VERDY, because it's my last name, it's simpler. So I'm saying VERDY channel. Being from Canada, how many times have you visited slash stayed in Florida? Never. I've never been to Florida. The only place that I've been in the United States are North Carolina and New York. That's it. That's where we would go when I was younger on vacations. We would go in the summer in North Carolina, and I went one time with my family in March in New York. You need to react to AC/DC. I really want to do AC/DC also, but I have a lot of albums already stacked up, like written, like I'm gonna do this one, but like I want to get to, you know, like groups that I know the songs but I've never listened to a full album. So I know that AC/DC is gonna be really fun to do. So do I play another instrument other than guitar? No. I've never played any other instrument than guitar, except maybe in school where you learn how to play the flute. Just basic. That's pretty much. And I did do the bass, but I guess that's a guitar also. Was I in a band? No, never. I've never been able to be in a band because sport was much bigger in my life, and it still is a big part of my life. What influenced you musically growing up, and as doing these reactions change how you think about music? What influenced me musically growing up? I would say, of course, the music that my parents listened to and the music that my sisters listened to, because both of my sisters are older than me. So when I was younger, I listened to the songs that they would play. So, you know, like all of the pop and hip hop of the 2000s, R&B, like all of those songs, like those are the songs that I grew up with my sister. And then we have the songs from my father and mother that I grew up with also. So you can say like I'm like a melting pot of, like, you can say music. Like that's pretty much how I would describe myself. Like I know a lot of songs, maybe not groups, but I know a lot of songs. And we will do that also, like we would do, like, you know, like somebody plays a song for like 3 seconds and we will try to guess the artist and the song. We will do that as a family. It's really fun. And as it changed, my direction, like have my direction change how I think about music? No, not really, because it's still the same music that I'm used to, but it's just discovering new artists. So I don't think it changed really, it just helped me know more. And then I had the last question, which was please tell us more about you. And I don't think I'm that interesting, but if I was to like describe myself, I would say introvert. I'm a big introvert. I can say shy. I'm less shy than I was before, because now I have, you know, like at my age, I'm starting to have like work at places, so I have to interact. I'm getting a little bit less shy, but I would say also quiet. I'm really quiet. And I think I'm a good listener. I think that comes with being quiet. Like my friends in high school would always talk and talk, and I would sit there and listen and understand what they were saying, what they were going through, the emotions. And one thing that they always said like to each other, and they said it to me, is that if you want to say something and you want somebody to listen, or you want somebody to keep your secret, like go to me, because I would never say something like behind, like I would keep the secret and just like let the people talk and get their emotions out. So I'm a good listener. um yeah, so introvert, quiet, shy, good listener, and I guess calm. I am super calm. I never stress, except for when I have to do like oral presentation. That's when I stress, because being an introvert, talking in front of people is something that I despise, but I have to do it because it's cool. I have no choice. And what else could I say? Like I said, I play soccer. I've been playing for, man, I started at 5, so almost 15 years that I've been playing. And it's a sport that I don't think I will ever get tired of. Of course, I've tried other sports, but this was the one that I excelled at and I loved. I like to draw. I don't draw as much as before. I haven't have that much time, because, like I said, now I work in the summer, so I don't really have too much free time. And of course, my love for music, that will never change. And I don't think I have anything else. Like maybe I'm forgetting, but I think that's pretty much it about me. And I went through the questions. But of course, if you have any other questions, like you can write them in the comments of the video, and I will try to respond the best that I can, because I'm not somebody who like express themselves very well. I don't think I'm that good. Like I have sometimes hard times finding my words, especially in English. But I think that's pretty much it of me answering the Q&A and talking a bit about me and music. But I hope this was not, like too much boring for you. Because I feel kind of awkward just talking to the camera without having my laptop right up here and listening to music. So I feel kind of shy just talking to myself. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and also I want to say a big thank you to you guys who've made this possible, because I never thought in my life that I would be able to get to these numbers. So I want to say a really big thank you. And as always, I hope you guys, I was gonna say enjoy my reaction, but I'm not doing a reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed my Q&A. So now it's the end for real. I'm gonna stop talking. So as always, you can like, comment, subscribe, and please stay safe outside, and I hope you have a good day.